Hello everyone and welcome to a new series, and we are now going into Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. And yeah, I kind of felt like after doing Monkey Island 1, doing this is kind of, reasonable. It seems like a solid plan. Let me just adjust myself. There we go. It seems like a solid plan to do this, and I've also got the I'm also planning on doing the Curse of Monkey Island after this, and probably at some point the Telltale episodic Monkey Island thing. Probably this is the thing. Just there's so many games, so little time. In the end, I probably will end up just doing everything I want just for my own sake, because I enjoy doing these. I enjoy playing point-and-click games for, But I've had a chat with my friends who seem to be a lot more knowledgeable about these things, and as a result of that, actually, you've now had the opportunity of seeing me play Resident Evil 7. And of course, there's been streams on my channel and stuff like that. So stuff like that will continue to appear. But I am gonna keep doing these point-and-click videos. I had to take a week or so off from doing these simply because of my the state of my health, which wasn't I wasn't dying or anything. I just had the man flu, something terrible.
Well, Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine. Do you think you can help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, that's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scab Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scab Island.
The character animations and the character art style seem very different.
So I bust into the church and say, "Now you're in for
Not
it,
anymore.
you bilious bag of barnacle bait."
Bit.
And then LeChuck cries, "Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!"
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scab Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
You mean
Big whoop?
None other.
Then why'd you come here? There's no treasure on Scab Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died trying.
either way, we won't have to hear about LeChuck anymore.
They do have a very good point.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good
Let's
story
leave.
even if they paid $50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island.
Well, I think, Guybrush, what you need to do firsthand is get a soul, because those eyes are just haunting. Part 1, the Largo Embargo. Tap tap. Press.
Oh, we're going into Woodtick. Don't go on that bridge. There's like, oh, don't. Oh.
I just like this bit because the player always feels like they've done something wrong.
Right, without knowing it.
Yeah. People would actually go back and try and play this again to try and not.
No bridge!
Oh, we're going into Woodtick.
This is kind of
Don't go
cool.
on.
I'm gonna have to, I'm probably gonna listen to those on my own for myself at some point, because
Who's gonna make me, Shorty?
Tough guy, huh?
Help! Police!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
Please, not in my new coat.
Maybe I should cut you one out of cement.
Whoa!
Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Largo Legrand.
What about Largo La
Tough
Not
town.
So Grand?
I guess I should have got those traveler's checks. Oops, I think I broke the sign.
I like the way interacting works in this game a lot more. So the way it's done is I think you've got like the most basic, like you've got the basic, just, you know, when you click something it does the most. Oh, it just walks up to it.
Help wanted. 1 week's salary in advance. Inquire below.
But then you hold down right click to get the interaction wheel, and that's really nice. I do like that. I'm gonna assume that just by clicking I can talk though. No, I'm gonna have to
Excuse
have a
me.
chat.
Yeah, boy?
I saw your sign outside. What's the job?
Oh, yeah. I really should take that thing down. I hired a new cook just this morning. But if things don't work out with him, I'll let you know.
Cool.
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
Who's this Kate person you mentioned?
Ah, the courageous Captain Kate Capsize. Tough as steel, sharp as nails. She rents her ship out, does some freelance pirating. Her only loyalty is to the highest bidder. Don't get on her bad side.
How's business?
It's just terrible. No one ever comes down here anymore. Largo's got all my regulars spooked. You know, I can mix any drink there is, make anything you could name, but I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
You there.
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual and put it in a real glass. Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this dump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Largo.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
Largo, you are committing the...
I don't want to touch it with my hands. That's sick.
I know you don't, but let's see. I still inventory, that's good. Wonder if oh yeah, I can also scroll through things, which is nice. Probably won't see that much use though. But yeah, it's nice to have.
Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally. Wally B. Feed. At your service.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm a cartographer.
You do open heart surgery in here?
No. I'm the map-making sort of cartographer.
Oh. What kind of maps do you make?
Every kind a pirate could need. My eyes have seen the whole world, and there's not a part of it I haven't put down on paper. Maps are very, very important.
How's business?
Terrible. No one needs any maps since no one can go anywhere thanks to Largo.
You know anything about this Largo guy?
He's just the local hood, shakes down everybody in town. Nobody comes or goes from Scab because Largo makes them pay through the nose.
Yeah, tell me about it. How can I get off this island as soon as possible?
Good luck. With the sailing embargo Largo's imposed on Scab, it's hard to get anywhere. Which doesn't help my business, let me tell you.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Okay, but don't be shy if you think of a question.
Thanks. I gotta go.
Okie dokie.
The dialogue thing also seems to be working a lot better in this with the mouse. Although that might just be because I've, in fact, I've just straight up gone for the windowed. Let's see what the commentary
Okay, here
is.
is the big premiere of iMuse. Right?
Yes.
This is the biggest, and I think the biggest ever, most complicated piece of iMuse.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one and it's full.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Sorry, we only have one and it's full.
Only one guest.
Yes, but that dang Largo eats like 30.
Okay, here is the big premiere of iMuse. Right?
Yes.
This is the biggest, and I think the biggest ever, most complicated piece of iMuse music that was ever made.
We have like 2 full-time programmers who are doing nothing but programming the iMuse transitions.
Because it's a main theme outside, and then every time you go into one of these inner locations or inside the house, it would enable or disable instruments, and it would change the theme a little bit.
Right. Yeah, no, iMuse was absolutely amazing.
But they put a lot of work into it, and they decided never to do it again. Because they're like, no one noticed. I noticed.
I did.
That's actually a really cool little tidbit, and really cool to have. Another thing that seems to be working a lot nicer is the navigation, like just walking around and transitioning from screen to screen, or rather scrolling the screen. Who's boot?
Captain
Quite different
Dread.
from what we eventually did.
I never liked his name.
Captain Dread,
No?
that's a great name.
I never liked his name.
Captain Dread. It's
a great
both
name.
scary pirate name
You're wrong.
and dreadlocks. Maybe you don't realize this, but those big chunks of hair are called dreadlocks.
I think it was because the pun was too obvious.
Oh, there's something too obvious, not subtle enough in Monkey Island for you, pants dropper.
Right. Well, it's because you're missing all the symbolism of the pants dropping.
The thing I didn't like
And-
was that you never see his face except for the very beginning. His head is turned the whole time. I'm like, this is so disconcerting to see just the back of his head. He could
Why
just
did
have
we do
his
that?
head. He
It's
could have had his head
bizarre.
just tilted a little bit like that.
I like hearing those. That's
Hello,
really
man.
nice.
My name's Captain Dread. What can I do for ya?
Navy Dreads.
Thanks, man.
I need to charter a ship.
I can't charter you my ship because a while ago I lost my lucky sailing necklace. I called it my eye that has seen the world. I can't sail without it? No way, man. Besides, that mean and nasty guy Largo, he has an embargo on the island. No ships can sail in or out without his approval. There's no way he would let me leave.
Why can't I charter your ship?
Like I said before, man.
Yeah, but
I
why
lost my
though?
lucky eye that has seen the world sailing necklace. Besides, Largo has an embargo on the island.
Okay, so
Tell me more about that necklace thingy you lost.
It happened some time ago. My navigator and I set sail for this legendary island. When we arrived, we were taken prisoner by cannibals. I escaped, man. But my navigator was not so lucky. All I found of him was one of his eyeballs. And I've kept it as a good luck charm.
Gee, I think I've met your friend.
Unlikely.
I gotta run. Lots of treasure hunting to do.
Okay. Bye, man. Come again.
Yeah, sure, man. I think I've actually, yeah. I think this guy must then be the friend of the head of the navigator.
Steamin' weenies, 20 feet. I can't pick that up. This door appears to be locked.
Fink and Bart. Bart and Fink. Okay, no, it doesn't seem to be anything further. Ooh, stick, pick up the stick, pick up the stick. It's different, therefore it's important. The International House of Mojo. Oh, pop in. I've also been kind of wanting to do the other Gabriel Knight games because I actually have them as well. So I don't know that like weirdly, you know, on my weird little standards,
just take a little.
The
Guybrush Threepwood.
Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers was actually quite popular.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChuck's right-hand man.
Yeah, but LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely. You will see.
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe.
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the head. Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse. Here, take the shopping list.
Thanks.
Now go.
Alright then. But yeah, as I was saying, I've got the 3 Gabriel Knight games, and even though like naturally the first is Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers, especially with the 20th anniversary remake or remastering, was, you know, definitely graphically the most impressive, and, you know, a little bit different just straight up. Anyway.
Stan's Casual Crosses, for graves that don't need to dress up. Here lies Hank Plank. Does anybody recognize that name? He didn't have any money on him when he died, and somebody's got to pay for the funeral. Stand. The Ricketts. No trespassing.
But Gabriel Knight 2, The Beast
Grave
Within,
of the Unknown Pirate.
is actually quite highly
The Grave of
regarded.
the Unknown Cabin Boy. The grave of the unknown drunk guy we found face down in his own vomit on the beach.
As it were.
These spots reserved for our privileged future customers. Marco Largo Legrand. Hell on sea or sand. The good news is, he's dead. The bad news is, he bred.
Right. We shall use shovel on
This
grave.
is creepy feeling.
I'd swear on my grandfather's grave, something weird is going on.
You are probably right.
Oh god, I forgot about the graveyard.
This is like the greatest scene ever.
Why are the bats making different sounds here?
Okay, so why
This is another thing we fought over. I thought the pants thing, I didn't think that was funny.
I think the pants
And you thought it was the best thing in the whole game.
I did, and I still do. I actually use this as an example sometimes when I'm when I'm
You
talking
used to
to
think
people.
was funny and now realize it's not funny?
No, it's like the pinnacle of humor. It's an untoppable moment.
But what, did he pull his belt off in order to dig? What? Why does that happen, Ron? Now tell us.
It's because the game requires different levels. If you got your sophisticated.
But why do his
humor,
pants fall down? Did
and
he
you
take
got
his?
your
Did he use his
slapstick.
belt to dig? See, that would
See,
make
the
sense.
problem is you're trying to justify it too much. It's just funny. Just roll with it.
It's fantasy about pants falling down.
It's just a stupid computer game, Tim.
Oh, see. I think that could have been a really deep moment. His pants fell for a reason. For example,
gravity.
He was digging up. You win. It's hilarious. But I never liked anything that was great. And like I was against the insult sword fighting. Remember, I was like, people are gonna be really mad. Well, for the beginning of the meeting, you were like, how about? I think it's too action oriented if we actually put sword fighting in there because it was gonna be like karateka, and it's like it's too action oriented. I think people would enjoy it more if it was just insults, which I realize now is a great idea. At a time, I thought we're gonna get angry letters from people who want to use their sword. That but I saw the light eventually.
Well, that came from all that time we spent watching those movies in the media room at the main house. Was the way the pirates, verbally jousted with each other.
Yeah, I remember you saying that it was just what they said that was important, and that the sword fighting always seemed like kind of a background activity.
Interesting. More interesting shit. However, I will concede that gravity will get you down. There's no two ways about that, to be honest. So, right. To Wood Tick we go. And I have to say, I quite enjoy having the... Well, I've liked it since the first one. Like, to have that map view of...
I don't want to touch it with my hands. That's sick.
Have you got something... Can you, for example, use something brown and stick
That
it?
doesn't seem to work.
You can't.
Great recipes from the International House of Mojo. Page 139. Aunt Helen's special voodoo doll mix. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Yeah. We need some kind of a tool or something. Fuck. Anyway. To have the map screen as the map as a navigation screen for moving from one location to another. However, in the first Monkey Island, it's too large.
I don't think he'd like that.
Yeah?
What's the problem with that Largo guy?
He really goes against my grain. I'd like to make an end table out of him, but I don't have the guts. With all my tools, I'm still unable to create the one thing that could do this island some good.
Like an all-night tattoo parlor?
No,
Voodoo eye.
like a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
Oh,
A bit heavy-handed on
nice
there.
apron. Are you some sort of chef?
No, I'm a woodsmith, which gives one of us an excuse for dressing funny.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck could chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood.
But if a woodchuck could chuck and woodchuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
A woodchuck should chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, as long as a woodchuck would chuck wood.
Oh, shut up.
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Ah, that's funny. See, is there anything?
Get away from there. Everything's laid out just how I need it. Hey, don't touch that. It's not for sale.
What about the nails, though?
Oh, no, you don't. I need all of them.
Oh. Well. Right, well, let's go have a look and see if there's something in the kitchen. I like how woodtick is just made out of ships.
Hey! Hired help only!
How about fired help? Hmm? 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 Ah? Oh? Fine, no then. Look at window.
There's no glass in the window.
True. Well, I know that for Captain Dread and his dreadful head, we need
Hello?
to steal Wally's Eye of Magical Seeing of Mysteries.
Hey, where's my monocle? I can't see a thing without me monocle.
It won't fit in my pocket. It's closed.
Probably need some kind of bait.
Leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
Excuse me?
What is it?
Remember me? I'm Guybrush.
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Map? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
Is that your rat?
Yes. We call him Munster Monster because of his insatiable passion for cheese.
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The Sacking Lunch. It was quite lucrative.
Cool.
What does this have to do with performing?
I'm getting to that. The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What'd you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats.
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
And search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
I don't see what this has to do with performing.
We're getting to that.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
Gaping hole.
How much longer is this story?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you should bore passersby to tears with long stories?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Okay, sure. But...
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
Cool.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
So now I've got a bucket.
Where is that thing?
I went to the wrong shop. I did.
Yeah?
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
I'd like to look around a bit.
Sure thing.
Cool, wood polish. And we've also got the weird shit. We've also got the thing of things, the bucket, which we are going to use to extract the essence of life from this here swamp. Not with the coffin.
I don't think that'll work. Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine. Excuse me.
Don't bug me. I'm cooking.
He looks really into his cooking. Excuse me.
I said leave me alone.
It's a cold potato and leek soup. It's too heavy.
Cool. Those eyes are great.
Hey, how'd old Pegbiter get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
Cheese squigglies. One of my favorites. It doesn't seem to stay closed.
Who let you into my room?
I thought it was my room.
Well, it ain't. So get the f out of here.
You got it. Okay, well, we've got his to pay now, so we've got something of the dead, something of the head. Still need to scrape up the snot or the loogie off the wall, and then get a little bit of his clothing. But that will be a task for next time, because we are going to be out of time for this one. Actually, we are out of time for this one. So, thank you for joining me for the beginning of the new Monkey Island series. Anyway, for now, goodbye.